I read this book as a teenager and reread it a couple of decades later. And every time I read it, I learned valuable lessons from it. How could I not talk about the book which has left an indelible mark on my thinking and has been instrumental in shaping my personality? The Fountainhead, a 1943 novel written by the Russian American author Ayn Rand, is the book that I have chosen for today's review. This excellent book not only serves as an introduction to Ayn Rand but also to her philosophy of objectivism, which is very simple to understand and is based on four basic principles. One, that all human beings are to be driven by reason and reason alone. Two, what one sees is what one believes and nothing beyond that. Three, that the human beings, all of us, must be given the freedom to act and think without any external interference. And four, that every human being has the moral obligation to act according to their wish, their will, and to cater to their happiness. The goal of Ayn Rand in writing this book was to present her ideal man. So what is this book about? This book has the backdrop of the architectural profession. Howard Roark, who is an architect, builds as per his creative zeal and does not adhere to the traditional norms established in the architectural society. He has his own ideologies and beliefs and builds only to create beautiful buildings. This is the story also of the fierce and passionate love between Roark and Dominique, who is the daughter of a leading architect. This is the story of the trials and tribulations of Roark to establish himself and to present his free will and the buildings that his soul creates. When Howard Roark is expelled from the architectural college because he does not adhere to the standard norms which have been established, he joins the company of Cameron, who he has been looking up to since a long time. But soon Cameron's company sinks and Roark is left jobless. Then he establishes a small office of his own, but then is unable to survive. Soon he starts working in a quarry breaking stones because he has to eke out his living, and he'd rather do that than compromise his beliefs and his ideologies. Enter Ellsworth Toohey, who is an architectural critic, and he considers Roark as a threat and takes up the task of destroying him. Howard Roark is given the daunting task of building a temple that is dedicated to the human spirit. And as is inherent in the personality of Roark, he builds a temple that is excellent, beautiful, but totally unorthodox in appearance. And he is again pulled up by the politicians and the established critiques of architecture and tried in the court. There are a number of riveting court scenes in the book where Roark is seen fighting the case and pleading his case. This book, The Fountainhead, is as fresh today as it was in the past, and a number of readers who have ventured on this daunting task of reading a more than 700 pages novel have found that it has been a journey of an exploration of their soul. This book, when Ayn Rand presented to the publishers, was rejected by 12 of them, but Ayn Rand did not alter the theme. Finally, it was printed in the year 1943, became a bestseller, and was also made into a film. This book has sold more than 6 million copies till the 20th century and sells more than 100,000 copies every year, even today. Everyone who has read The Fountainhead has been influenced by it in some manner or the other. This book has achieved the status of a classic and has been prescribed as a part of the course of literature and philosophy in America. The Fountainhead, which is devoted to the free thinking of the mind, has a theme and is a novel that will live forever. Viewers, I give this book a top rating of 5 on 5. Thank you.